I'm going to give you my interpretation of cheap living. I may not be the champ, but I'm sure I'm in the top 5. My daily living expenses, living in a moderately sized city in the United States, are less than $10 a day. This includes utilities, entertainment, taxes, insurance, and even an occasional beer. I'm unemployed right now, but when I was working, I had to work 82 minutes a day, 5 days a week, to pay all my living expenses. The rest was pure profit. As a formula for retiring, for every day I worked, I could save enough to plan on taking 8 days off towards retirement. Cheap, expensive? Let's start with water. I can buy water for $1 a gallon from the store right across the street from my house, or I can have my water service turned on and I can get 2,000 gallons for $8, a much better deal. My problem is I don't use $2,000 a month. So I bought a 250-gallon freshwater storage tank, and I'll turn my water on for a month. I'll use it all I want, plus fill my tank, and then I don't have to turn, and then shut my water off. Then I don't have to turn my water back on again for like 3 months. So I'm actually paying about $2 a day, or correction, $2 a month for fresh water, which couldn't be fresher. I live in Pueblo, Colorado. We drink water that comes down the river out of the mountains, and it's basically drinking melted snow. It tastes incredibly good. Now, about running my freezer. I only run my freezer about an hour, hour and a half a day, because I don't use a refrigerator. I'm a single person. I live by myself. All my food fits in a freezer just fine, but I only run it enough during the day that it refrigerates. It doesn't actually freeze. For heating, I use small electric heaters and indoor propane heaters, which I've been using for over 20 years safely. Of course, I still have a carbon monoxide detector just in case it malfunctions, but I'm confident using that as a way to heat my house like I have been for some time. During a mild winter like we've had this year, this is 2012, I only use 1 tank of propane per month. That puts my total heating costs for the winter at under $200. During the summer, I spend less than 50 cents a day on cooling because my house is totally surrounded by trees and never gets any sun in the summer. That saves me some money. For high-speed internet, I get that from CenturyLink for $20 a month, and anytime they try to raise it from the introductory rate, I just threaten to quit, and they'll give me another year of the introductory rate. They really don't want to lose any customers. That works for everybody, by the way, not just for me. For telephone service, I use Skype, so for $30 a year, I get unlimited inbound and outbound calling and voicemail and every other feature you'd ever dream of on a telephone. $30 a year, less than 10 cents a day. For entertainment, I watch Hulu.com, and I give Netflix at $8 a month for unlimited movies and TV. For radio entertainment, I use the iTunes Radio. I can listen to everyone from Rush Limbaugh to my favorite NPR radio shows. All this for my 3-computer, 7-monitor internet station. My total electricity bill for a month ranges between $36 and $39. In other words, about $1.25 a day. And I don't even have to think about electricity. I just figure it takes 5 cents an hour. If you amortize that out, it's 5 cents an hour times 24 hours a day times 30 days a month. Car insurance runs me about $150 a year because I'm older, I don't drive very much, and I have an absolutely pure, clean driving record. Property taxes. When I bought this house, they were $550 a year. I called the assessor and had them reassess the property. They were lowered to $121 a year, or 2 payments of $61. One in February and one in June. My life could not be simpler. So cheap living, like I said. Perhaps the people who only live cheaper than me are people who live on the street.